Welcome to Beyond Tarot, a channel where we go beyond the tarot to do spiritual depth work using divination, channeling, symbolism, synchronicities, and archetypes. In today's reading, we are receiving a message from the ultimate cosmic weaver, the spider. How is it all connected? The lines and threads of fate, your life, your story, your will, and all things in this universe. The spider will give us a story to tell. We have 3 groups as usual. Group number 1, 2, and 3. Timestamps and/or chapter notes are below. Make your selection and climb on in. We'll see you in your readings. All right. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose this particular spider card from the Cosmic Creatures deck. And we're going to start off with some channeling, and then I haven't pre-selected any decks yet, so I'm just kind of going to freestyle and kind of roll with this and see what happens. But I feel like there's something about being better prepared. I'm just realizing that as I'm sitting down into your energy, and how I did think about pre-preparing for this reading as I normally do, and I got a no. And that's kind of my natural state of being. I prefer to fly off the seat of my pants and just kind of do things as I feel called to do. It's very intuitive, and I don't really have a sort of pre-planned structure in my head, although sometimes I will grab particular decks that feel like they belong in the reading. But today I feel, because I'm seeing the spider constructing this web in a very organized, meticulous, planned way, and it requires a lot of effort. And so it's like if they don't have a plan, it won't work the same. And I'm getting the visual of, have you ever seen this, where I think it was some researchers, they gave different drugs to spiders, like LSD and caffeine and MDMA and things like that, to spiders to see how it would affect their web building skills. Now I'm being shown Spider-Man with like his little web that he shoots out of his wrist. And when they gave them these, if I can find a picture of it, I'll put it here. It was bad. Like, I think caffeine was the worst. I think that the one that looked the most like a traditional spider web was LSD. I could be wrong, but there was no plan, because like the cognitive disruption occurred from the drugs, especially from amphetamines, I believe, if I recall correctly. It's been so long since I've seen that image, but it's just standing out so strongly in my mind. And I keep getting this, I'm hearing measured plans and whether any weather. Okay, so this is why it's like you kind of do need a plan, and your soul is, okay, your soul's coming through and talking about your soul plan. Okay, so this is what the spider is here to teach you. It's like how to recognize the soul plan without fear is kind of what I'm being told here. It feels like how to recognize your soul plan without fear, and how to build off of it in a way that allows you to feel prepared and not scared. Actually, that's what's coming through. I like that because it rhymes. You're prepared, you're not scared. Which is not always the case. Sometimes you can over-prepare because you're scared, and then it doesn't actually alleviate that experience. Sometimes you do really well when you're spontaneous or when your back's against the wall, like I do. I tend to just kind of, like I said, fly by the seat of my pants, and that's what gets me through life. I've always been that way. Maybe it's an ADHD trait. I don't know. But like, it just works for me. And I feel like there's some Virgo energy here, like the archetype, the energy of Virgo, which is very meticulous. It's very planning oriented. It likes to be organized. In the shadow side of that, or in the like dysfunctional expression of that, it can become perfectionistic, which yes, can be about striving for greatness or taking pride in your work and perfecting it through practice and attention to detail. But in the shadow sense, it's like it's never good enough, or it's never quite complete. So there's something that the spider is talking to you here about being willing to work within a structure that does support you. Because now I'm being shown the web kind of like a safety net. And this is the plan. It's like the plan is your safety net, and how it's created is your safety net. Maybe it just helps you feel secure, whatever the case is. And I keep being brought back to your soul plan. And it's like there's some kind of mission that you came here to achieve. We all have that, right? To varying degrees, right? Depends on the soul and its purpose and what it's intended in incarnating on earth. But it feels kind of like you had a very specific soul plan. And you may worry about that because maybe you feel on an unconscious level a lot of pressure because you're like, I know that I planned this out really directly. For some of you, that may not be the case. For some of you, I'm getting this kind of like wispy, almost maybe a little bit wishy-washy, maybe kind of like laissez-faire, devil may care, let down your hair. Rapunzel, let down your hair. The strands of the hair are standing out to me, golden, shining in the moonlight. I don't know, but there's something about you just being kind of blessed with a laissez-faire attitude and not caring. And for those of you that resonates with, maybe there is a relaxed state because you have this soul plan that's kind of just built in. It's like hardwired into the system. So you don't have to worry about it or think about it too much. You don't have to, I'm hearing the word belabor yourself. You don't have to become so overwhelmed and bedraggled by trying so hard to fulfill this soul plan because it's already there. And it's kind of like that's your operating system and you're just going to do that. It's like the spider just knows how to build the web. It's instinct. It's built in. It's not something that they have to actively think about. How am I going to connect this to this? How is this going to go there? How's it going to work most efficiently? Oh my God, I have to really think about this and plan it out. It's like, no, it's already there. So for those of you who are really worked up and in your head about things and you get really sort of over analytical, the advice here is, I think, to just relax and let your hair down a bit and trust that you have this safety net or you have this divine plan. And sure, you may feel like you're called to organize things in your daily life. Maybe that helps your mind to feel less cluttered or less overwhelmed. That could actually be very helpful for you if that's something that you feel would be helpful for you. Trust your intuition. But it's like the guidance here feels like you already have a guiding line. Okay. Yeah. You already have a guiding line. And so the spirit message here is almost like, don't worry about it quite so much. Now they're showing me somebody climbing or following this like thread, this cord. Maybe it's the cord of fate, like the red thread. Maybe it is, you know what it's reminding me of? What is that story of the girl who she's given the ring that has like the thread in it and she goes into the maze or the labyrinth, but she can always find her way back or her way out of it because she's got that and she's leaving the thread behind her. So it's like you can always follow the thread. You can trust yourself not to get lost. I really want to emphasize that because that just gave me full body chills. So that's a thrum or a strum of truth and resonance in the spirit field. You guys are, I feel, ready and willing and able to explore new possibilities or dimensions of possibilities for yourself, knowing that no matter what happens, everything's connected here into the integral plan that you've created beforehand, I want to say. And I just heard the word posthumously, which is like after your death. Okay, so there's something about the legacy that you leave behind and being shown the cobweb kind of like blowing in the wind, and I'm being shown sand, something about a sand bath or like a sand splash. I have no idea what that's talking about. Maybe it's like grains of sand. Oh, like time, like Father Time, grains of sand in the hourglass or the sands of time. It's like the plan just kind of gets reabsorbed or something, or it's like dust in the wind. And this won't matter. Okay, so maybe for some of you, the message here is if you are overly mentally attached to plans in life, especially at the human or egoic level, for the purpose of feeling safe, Spirit wants you to know that your soul plan is intact and it's beautiful and it is perfection. I'm seeing somebody go, mwah, like chef's kiss. Like it is perfection and you don't need to worry about it. It's built into your system. It's just going to happen automatically. Your intuition is going to guide you. Life is going to guide you. Everything is just going to happen the way that it is meant to. And then when it's all said and done, it will dissolve and nothing really mattered anyway. So it's like you can just kind of let it go because it has meaning. It has deep, deep meaning. It's very powerful. But then once you leave this life, the plan it dissolves and it's like, you're like, oh, right, I forgot forgot that I am a grain on the sand of the cosmic beach, that I am a star in the infinite sky. And it's like, you just kind of spread out and nothing really matters, but in the best possible way, not in a nihilistic, meaningless, depressive way, in like I am the all kind of way. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at your cards. All right, where do I want to go? Well, since I mentioned the red thread, I feel like, because that's from this deck. Ooh, the gem. Let's go in with the archetypes, because that's the red thread. I feel like I need to shuffle this better. Give me 1 second. I'm hearing preparing. Okay, so you may be preparing for some kind of like an upcoming change. They're showing me a mother with a pregnant belly, and she's like getting things ready. She's preparing the pram. That's like a baby stroller that they're showing me, but it's like one of the old style ones from, I don't know, like the 1900s with like 1900s with like the canopy top that kind of looks like an umbrella almost. I'm not describing it well, but that's what I'm being shown. And it's like you're getting things ready. I'm being shown a poodle, a dog, like a puffy poodle. So it's like it's reminding me of 101 Dalmatians. It's like you're preparing to bring something into the world. You're preparing because you know that this needs structure. Okay, that's a lot, but I feel like I will take them. You've got the one, the warrior. I just heard Salt Spring Island. What the heck? That's so random. Kairos and the underworld. Okay, very interesting. Time, the underworld, the warrior, and the one. Maybe I'll switch this over here. Get him kind of out of the way. Maybe you have to switch up your plans. Maybe you have to adapt, make some changes, because time, I'm hearing the singularity. Time is like one singularity, the present moment. Okay, thank you, Spirit. The now, being in the now. And it's like you're being prepared for this battle, but it's not a battle. It's not a bad thing. It's just like you're training for something, or hold on, I'm hearing getting in your own way and the wedding. The wedding. Where are you getting in your own way? The village and the eternal child. Letting yourself play, it feels like. Letting yourself have fun. Letting yourself explore beyond the boundaries of what is socially acceptable. Or it's like, okay, it's reminding me of how people in today's world have these sort of maps or plans for the way that life should look. You know, you're born, you go to school, you go to post-secondary school, then you get a job, you get married, you have a family, and then you retire, like very generally. But that's kind of like the block print. Ooh, I'm hearing block print delete, and they're showing me ticky-tacky little houses and that song, Ticky-Tacky Little Houses, which is like all of these neighborhoods look the same and all of these winding paths of the suburban jungle. It just feels so monotonous, almost like I'm hearing the word drones. And they're showing me like, okay, I'm hearing Martha Stewart. But they're showing me like Stepford Wives and like robot women from the 1940s and 50s with their big beehive hair, and they're just kind of like, there's the pram again. Yeah, they're showing me that stroller. Okay, so maybe it's like keeping up with the Joneses type of energy, or it's like trying to follow suit with the appropriate plan that everyone else seems to have, and staying stable or safe in that idea. But it's like your soul has this divine plan that's very, very outside of the bounds of what that might look like. And I feel like you're catching up on time here. I don't know how. Okay, let me get clarifier on that. I'm actually, you know what? Let me clarify each one of these cards. Let's do that. How about we... Knight of Pentacles and the Tower. Something about a midnight shift or a midlife shift. It's kind of reminding me of midlife crisis and a blessing, I heard. So very, very intentional. They said blessing, and the Tower card can be a big, shocking change or shift. And the Knight of Pentacles, it takes a long time and is very much about planning, preparing, and Virgo energy. I just realized that too. Right. Okay. What has been unconscious here? What's been hidden under the surface? Let me go from left to right or in order. Yeah, like again, it's like I have to do it in order. I have to follow the pre-prescribed thing. But the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, I almost said. Okay, so this is like, what do you desire to achieve, and where has that been maybe stolen from you? Because of some pre-prescribed plan. The underworld, it's like it's hidden. It's become shaded, or it's shady. What feels like it's been stolen? And I'm hearing taking candy from a baby, and they're showing me like this weird sort of like monster baby in the stroller. What does that mean? It's kind of reminding me of, who is that? Jax from The Incredibles, where he can like turn into like this demon baby. And he's very unpredictable. Okay, so he has all the powers, right? And so it can't be structured. His game plan is different than the rest of the family because he has all of these different potentials, all of these different gifts and strengths. So maybe, and I'm hearing strength of will, and they're showing me the Seven of Wands in my mind's eye. That's why that was like a little subconscious slip, because it was meant to be in there. And I'm hearing slipping into routine. And it's like, maybe that routine just kind of feels like comfort to you, but you're actually so powerful in so many different ways that don't follow the script or that don't go with the status quo. It's like you have so much more potential than that. Maybe that's kind of been, I'm hearing the word squandered, and I'm hearing squawking gulls as well, like seagulls. To the sea, I'm hearing, oh yeah, didn't they say something about an island, like Salt Spring Island or something? And they showed me sand. Right, okay, so I'm putting this together now. Threads of I'm hearing threads of fate and cords of connection. Something about family adrift. I'm being shown Life of Pi, where he's like drifting in the ocean. And then I heard Pan's Labyrinth. Wow, there's so much channeling through in your reading, by the way. I want to note that visually and auditorily, which is standard for me, but it's like I'm taking note of the fact that it's particularly pronounced in your group in this reading. Okay. So you guys receive a lot. And I want to say, like, you pay attention to a lot, and you have a lot coming in from all sides, like all corners are constantly kind of coming at you. That's Seven of Wands energy too. And you have this strength of will that maybe some of it's been buried. I'm hearing the word cascade. It's like it's cascading in some way, or it can sometimes feel overwhelming. And that's why maybe you need additional grounding, because they're showing me boots on the ground now. Okay, they're showing me soldiers storming on the beaches. I don't know if this is like the beaches of Normandy or Pearl Harbor or something, but it's like 1900s, like 1910s, 1920s, 1930s or something like that. These soldiers all in green with their helmets on and their rifles, and they're like storming the beaches, and I can see their boots hitting the sand. What is this? Maybe, past lives I'm getting coming through. Something about shells of doubt. And they're showing me like shells, bombs going off and dropping. And it's like, duck and cover, dive. So, the underworld. Fear of things going not to plan, and like being in a battle. Oh, warrior. Sorry, I was channeling, and when I channel, I look up into the wall. I'm like looking in my own mind, but I look up and to the left, so I'm not actually looking down at the cards. I know you guys are seeing them the whole time, but I'm not looking at them. And I just remembered that the warrior card is here. That's why. Okay, so this came out here, but I was going to clarify this, but maybe it should stay here. Yeah, I feel like we don't need to follow a pre-prescribed plan in this reading. We kind of just need to let it flow and be what it is. Okay. But I feel like there's this fear of, if I don't plan it, Ooh, planet. He's holding the world in his hand. If I don't have a concrete plan, then something's going to go awry, or something will be missed, or it's like something will be stolen. This Seven of Swords can be about battle tactics. It's like he's going into the opposing military camp and stealing their weapons out from under them. That's his plan. But I want to say, like, don't worry, Emperor. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't fear, because you do have a concrete plan. You are in control of this. You are the one, the Emperor. Like, you are the one calling the shots. And your higher self knows the way. I'm hearing fearless path, and they're saying fearless warrior. Okay. Fearless path, fearless warrior. Time will tell. I'm hearing take it slow. They're showing me that Knight of Pentacles again that we saw on the bottom of the deck, which is really like the underlying energy. Except usually I check the bottom of the deck at the end of the reading for the underlying energy, but that came up at the beginning. So it's like you might be doing something different. Instead of going back to front, you're going front to back. I'm seeing Benjamin Button. It's like aging in reverse or something. Time works weirdly for you, but like in a good way, weird as like a good thing. It doesn't obey the natural laws for you in some way. Like maybe you age in reverse, so you get more beautiful as you age or something, but it feels more like you just get more tapped in, like you acquire more wisdom, which is standard for as you age, but maybe you came into this life with a lot of wisdom already. And then as you age, you get more innocent and you embrace your inner child. Oh, right. Didn't the eternal child? Yes, it did. Okay. I'm seeing Spider-Man again. Something about telling your truth is connected to that. And they're showing me how Spider-Man swings through the city. Where's Spider-Man from? New York? Peter Parker, he hides his identity, hides his superpowers. Something is hidden. Your power is somehow hidden. And yet at the same time, it's very obvious. 2111. I just looked at the time, caught that. Queen of Wands. You're pairing down. I'm hearing something about pairing down. You are paired up, maybe. But my God, you're powerful. The Magician. Underlying energy of the Magician. You're so powerful, group number one. Like you, Ace of Cups. Four of Cups, Ace of Swords. Okay, Three of Swords. You have this like warrior heart. You're extremely powerful and you manifest quite directly. Now, you may sometimes fear, oh my God, I don't have a plan and like, what's going to happen here? Is everything going to come into ruin? Or it's like these bombs are going to go off. And I feel Spirit saying, no, trust that you have the answer within you. Trust that you know the way, that you've already concretely paved this path for yourself. And all you have to do is really kind of be willing to explore it, to walk it. There's an aspect of creativity or creating as you go along through inspiration, through downloads. I specifically just heard through downloads. So it's like you get downloads from the one. I kind of want to read this from the book because I haven't done that in a while, or I don't remember the last time I did, so I don't really remember what it says. Let me see. Non-duality, one love, unus mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense the intimate union, or this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. That's what they were showing me with the grains of sand on the beach and the stars in the sky. Like you realize the unity, the oneness, the concept appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yeah, we glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. Okay, so when in the light, it serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. When in the dark, it ignores, omits, or excludes. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible? I'm stumbling over my words a little bit, sorry. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? I don't think it's just possible. I think it's like that's the entire reality. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. I feel like you guys have this sort of singularity, like singular purpose or something. Oh, charms are calling. Charms are calling. Okay. Charms. Maybe you guys have charm. Okay, so you had the little strawberry ball. Good fruits, I'm hearing good fruits of your labor. They take time to grow. A good neighbor, I'm hearing something about State Farm, a good neighbor. Okay, so it's like, as a farmer, you know how to plan and plot the fields and till them and make sure the soil is fertile and plant in specific rows so that things will grow. This feels, this tree of life I'm hearing, and they're showing me Yggdrasil, the tree of life in Norse mythology, but it's like how all of the worlds are connected. Okay. Circular view they're showing me, like I'm seeing a Hawkeye. It's reminding me of marble, a little blue marble. They're showing me the earth, the world, little blue marble, but I'm seeing it from a distance. And the Hawkeye was reminding me of the Marvel comic superhero character Hawkeye. Okay, you guys have a guardian. I'm hearing the word ministry, guardian ministry. It's like the ministry of magic. And you're connected to the world tree, like multiple dimensions that you guys can, I'm hearing follow suit. Something about suits and territory. But you guys receive a lot from all of these different dimensions because it's all connected through the one. You guys might be messengers of some kind, weavers of fate yourself, working with time, that kind of thing, because you're able to transcend it. You're able to move beyond the boundaries because you're connected to the one, or you sit on the throne of the one. It's like this secure self-awareness and connection to intuitive knowing. And it feels like you're able to traverse into the underworld without being seen. You're able to go into the higher dimensions. You're able to climb up and down this thread of fate at will. That's what it feels like to me. Now you have the sun, and I heard crown and glory. So let me mention the golden crown here as well. The sun and the crown. Well, the emperor wears the crown, doesn't he? Yes, he does. The crown chakra, the one, the unity, sun, solar plexus, will, divine will. Divine will is given. Something about it not being, sorry, what did you say? Divine will is not given, but received. What does that mean? Because something that is received is usually given, but no, they're saying it's not given, but it is received. Something about throwing your voice, echoes or illusions in the cave. It's reminding me of Plato's cave. I use that allegory of the cave a lot here. Seeing outside or beyond the matrix and like the modules of time that are here. I don't know. It's like modules of time in the matrix. You're able to see beyond that. I just heard warrior of time and space. Ooh. And then you have the cherries. I heard shell-shocked. What is that about? And I want me to put this right in the center of the one, the cherries, the duality. Oh, right. Two cherries, duality. Messengers, Mercury, the planet Mercury, or Hermes. Chronos, time. Something about a benefactor and mechanisms of the divine. And it's like the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost connected to the Emperor, channeling through the one, or duality, masculine, feminine, perhaps merged, especially in fire, because we've got the Emperor Aries fire sign and the Queen of Wands. And I'm seeing her right now as Leo Sagittarius, like a mix of those two for some reason. It's like Temperance. The Temperance angel took Sagittarius and Leo and mixed them together. Something about avoiding the void and annoyed. Why are you annoyed? I'm going to get some clarity just from the... Okay, yeah, the axe, forces working against you, that Seven of Swords. You guys may... I heard South Node transit. Past lives, what needs to be released? Where have people tried to cut down your tree to limit your extensions? They're showing me like extensions of life, or working in the field, working within the field. You guys might be like grid workers, because I'm seeing... They're saying nodal points, and they're showing me like these different points on the web that fit together. Like, okay, so it's like these points right here are nodal points, is the way that they're showing it to me. It's where they cross. Okay. Where two become one, right? Where like this line and this line become one. And it almost looks like grid points on the earth. And you may have had past lives in different locations where you have these difficult memories, but it's like it's all part of the larger soul plan. And they're saying it ain't over till the fat lady sings, which is an old colloquial way of saying that it's not over until it's over. And they're showing me how like a story isn't made up for the benefit of the listeners. What they're showing me, it's made up for the benefit of the experiencer of that story. And it's like you are the one experiencing itself. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. You are God experiencing itself in all of these multitudes of different forms. So who are these forces working against you? And that's the annoyance. It feels like, subconscious programming. Yeah, I literally just heard societal expectations, right? That's the village again. What annoys you is these societal expectations that seek to chop you down at the base, to limit your growth, your root extensions. I'm hearing again, root extensions. It's reminding me of like hair, like getting extensions in your hair to grow longer, to grow taller. Heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, and we did see the Three of Swords peek out there underneath. So maybe you've had some past lives where things were stripped away. Ooh, I heard where you were laid bare. Something about barren. A baron, like the Red Baron, a baby in a carriage. War keeps coming up here. Warrior. Being well prepared. Okay, they're saying wearing your hair down again. Oh yeah, extensions in the hair, letting your hair down, relaxing, not constantly being in survival mode maybe. They're showing me like in England in World War II, when the bomb raid sirens would go off and you'd have to run to the shelter, and how scary, like I'm feeling the fear of that in my bones. It's like, okay, so this could have been something your ancestors experienced or something that you lived through in a past life. Because you are the one, right? So everybody who's experienced anything in this world, you, through the tree, like the trunk of the tree is the one, and every single branch, and every branch off of that branch, and every branch off of that branch is an extension of that same consciousness. And you are that. You know that. And they're saying nodal points again, and something about truth. Claw, be careful, do not take risks. I feel like that's the fear. It's like over analyzing which decision do I choose, because there's this whole world of possibilities, and I don't want to end up in, like, say, for example, a timeline or a situation that is damaging or detrimental, or that I will lose something. I feel like that's where the over planning comes from. No. December. Sagittarius is coming up again. Is December in Sagittarius? Is that Sagittarius season? I can never remember. Maybe. Or is that Capricorn? Sorry, my nose was running and I had to, to wipe it. Does anybody else's sinuses run when they're channeling? I have to wipe my nose a lot when I'm channeling. It just it just runs. Chain of events that will affect your life. It's like everything is connected in this group. Everything is connected. Every single life. And it's like the threads of fate all interwoven. Oh yeah, and it literally looks like the world here. Like the pattern of the world, the earth, and it's all connected. I'm hearing you are a conduit, group number 1. I actually just wanted to call you group 3. I haven't done that reading yet. I don't know what's going to come up there, but you guys are all connected. Let me get one more card on the underworld because I'm still not clear about why I'm hearing the word ashamed. Okay. Whoa. One sec. Ooh, yes. Throne on the bottom, position of authority. That's the Emperor and the 1. And they're showing me the central point of the hub, the center of the wheel. It turns and all the spokes that are connected to the outer rings turn too, but it's less aggressive in the center. Like the turning doesn't make you dizzy and overwhelmed and want to throw up. It's like the center of the Ferris wheel. It turns, but you only experience a little bit of it. The further out you go, the more overwhelming and more you want to, like, the gravity pushes you back into the walls. It's showing me like the gravitron at like the fairs, something about the World Fair. And it's like it pushes you further out. Maybe like projections of the future, and the fear of that, it like pushes you further out and causes this overwhelming fear, wanting to throw up. Oh, there's the carriage. I'm saying, I didn't mean to say, I'm saying, I'm seeing the baby carriage again. A journey, either physical or mental. And I'm hearing will leave you wiser at the end, which is actually the elephant card in this deck. And the pale, time to get out of a situation. And I'm hearing it pales in comparison to your true destiny. Oh, they're showing me what you've been taught or told to want by your forefathers pales in comparison to your true destiny. And they're showing me like Michael Jackson, the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan, greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. Goat. The goat. Capricorn. Carriage. Okay, so a journey into the underworld. Maybe there's some self-sabotage going on here that's been keeping you in situations that feel comfortable, but I heard the word assailants and then time will pass. What do you mean? I don't know. They're just showing me ripples in water and this chain of events, string of events, circumstances, a domino effect. It's all connected, and they're showing me the vibrations of the the vibrations of the web, and you can feel it all. You're connected to the collective, group 1. Okay, I got it. Thank you. You're connected to the collective. So you have a deep, deep, unconscious, mystical connection to the archetypes of the collective. Wow. And you feel everything, all of these strums, okay? Great and little, big and small, they're all connected, and you're the center of it all, the 1. Remember that. You're not singular. Don't bypass your singularity. And they're showing me like being in the experience of being a human and how we experience ourselves as separate from everyone else. And we see ourselves as singular in a negative sense because it prevents us from expanding. Whereas we go into the actual true singularity of ourselves and understand that the singularity is infinite because it's infinite. It is 1. Because something that is infinite is 1. It's a circle. And so it's all connected. And it's like going from thinking that you're completely alone and you're only this one thing and operating from like the lower will to understanding that you're everything and it's all connected, and you can surrender to that, connect with that in a way that allows you to see the bigger picture, like the much bigger picture. It's like the samsara cycles of reincarnation. You get to see the entire map, the entire trajectory of your own soul stream and all the story of your lives and everyone else's and how it's all connected. And it's like you just zoom way, 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 way out. Almost feels like it's impossible, but it's not. And this is divine love. It's through your heart chakra that all of this is made available. That's the jumping off point anyway. Crown chakra, infinity. I'm seeing that again. The crown. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say to group number 1, Spirit? Carriage. They said it rhymes with marriage. The marriage, the inner union. Something about making amends, making up for lost time, finding the one. Okay, romance is weirdly coming through here, and it's like a fated connection. There's 2 people that are meant to come together, and I'm hearing we bridge the gap. Something about that's anchored in time. It's anchored in time, through time. 2 spines I'm being shown. And they're saying the word divine will. Divine will. Divine will provide. Time to look outside. And I'm being shown this pail, the empty bucket. Time to look outside. Time, right. I heard satisfactory guaranteed, and they're showing me a factory line and like a conveyor belt, a timeline or something. And it reminded me of satisfaction guaranteed, but it's like an outcome. Something about an outpouring of love. Something about a mental district, and it's like there's occupants there and it's full and everybody's expressing love and gratitude. Fans I'm being shown. I don't know. It's like we're on your side, or we want you to win. We want you to succeed. You don't have to battle again. It's kind of like being on your own side, or realizing that nothing in the world is against you if you're not against yourself, kind of thing. Okay. And I'm hearing you can have it all. You can have it all. Love, success, but it's like you've got to bridge the gap between the disconnection of self and other. And that's when it's really going to make sense, and it's going to come together. I'm hearing divine mother, and they're showing me the spider. She is the divine mother. Something about a Promethean gift. It's like the gift of fire. The ancient elders, ancient wisdom, and the spider woman. Spider man, spider woman. Okay. Mary Beth, I'm hearing. It's reminding me of Mary Jane from Spider-Man, but I heard Mary Beth. Mary Death, underworld, a happy death, and rebirth. Death, rebirth. All experienced through time, but time is an illusion. You are the divine. Okay, I can't stop channeling in your group. Okay, this is going to be a longer reading. 4 of Wands on the split with the 6 of Wands and the World card and the King of Pentacles. Holy shit. You really can have it all, group number 1. The world. The world is your oyster. The world is... It's like it's your creation. The fruits of your labors. Spirit just said, we will toil on your behalf. And it's like they're supporting you in this mission, arcing the bridge, they're saying. And it's like coming together, divine union. Success and successful warrior that returns home. So you're a spirit warrior, a light warrior. And you've bridged into those underworld dimensions, which is like the earth realm, right? The 3rd dimension is one of the lowest dimensions. I kept hearing, I'm hearing suit of armor, but I kept seeing synchronicities leading up to doing this reading of the quote, what is it? God's strongest warriors get the hardest tests, or something like that. And I'm being shown like also God's strongest warriors, not warriors, get the greatest gifts. And it's the gifts of the spirit, like these transcend the physical reality. So you don't want to spend your life laboring and toiling for nothing, because it's ultimately going to become dust in the wind, like i.e. for external things. Your rewards lie in the internal, because that's where you connect to the all. That's the infinity. And that loop completes, and you see the connection in all things, and it all makes sense. And you're just so gratified. And it feels like a huge release, like a relief of effort. It is effortless, truly effortless. And they're showing me sins. Okay, this is getting religious now, and I don't really resonate with the word sin, but this is what Spirit is saying. Sins, okay, shame. They're saying, okay, shame, rejection, fear, sins of the flesh, and they're like apples on the tree, and they're falling off the tree. Oh, right, the tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, descended. They said descended into the human realm, into the physical world, in the third dimension. They're showing me Neo in the Matrix. Oh yeah, the one. Neo is the one. Control your mind, discipline of the mind. They're showing me, but it's like the mental sphere, and they're showing me shielding. Warrior template, shielding. Bending the spoon. You don't bend the spoon, you bend your mind. The spoon doesn't exist. Material matter. The material matters, it does, but not without understanding and integrating the bridge between non-matter. Light matter, dark matter, oh my God, all of it, quantum matter. You're a vibrating being. And I'm hearing naked in the universe for all to see, and they're showing me a star shining in the sky, the brightest star. This is beautiful. The brightest star. I'm getting Capricorn again. And the death card and the star card. I just split it again. Yeah, it's like, it's reminding me of at the end of, what is that movie? The Princess and the Frog, when, what is his name? The little firefly. Fireflies in the sky, light up the skies, inspiration. But it's the little firefly guy, he's in love with this star that he thinks is a firefly, and he's named her Evangeline. And at the end, when he dies, a new star is born holding hands with Evangeline, and they realize that it's him. Okay, oh my God, I'm going to cry. This is intense. The wheel, temperance. You're balancing the duality and coming into union, inner harmony, samsara. They're saying the wheel of time, the wheel of reincarnation. It's like your divine plan involves nirvana, the rainbow, the all oneness, the star. You are the star, star child. Born of the stars, created from the stars. There's as many stars in the sky as there are sands on the beaches, and they're like storming the beaches again. Come home, come be free, come home. The war is over. Stand in your peace, the war within. Stand in your peace. The inner throne, the game is done. The minute that you realize all is one. Okay, last thing here. Astro dice, 12th house. I knew it. I had a feeling. And Pisces and the moon. Oh my God. So the moon and Pisces in the 12th house. The 12th house has to do with past lives and the unconscious and what's buried in the subconscious. It's also the house of self-undoing, but it's like also your greatest power, because it's this liminal space of the unconscious and the subconscious. It's also where all of our programming goes. And I'm seeing you like on a warrior's retreat, something about sacred shamanism, self-actualization, cognizance is the word that's coming through, but I wanted to almost say like self-consciousness, but in a self-aware, like hyper awareness. Okay. That's the underworld, 12th house. Seven of Swords, 12th house. The moon and Pisces, okay, very watery, very intuitive, highly sensitive, holder of light and breath, they're saying. Light and breath. And they're saying something about sins of the flesh again, and it's like they fall away. Ascension, timeline, they're saying, what was shrouded by the moon? Something about the mother's flesh and the psychic vessel, the body, the moon bridge. They're saying moon bridge, and they're showing me like moonbeams of light. Psychic shell of protection, they're saying. It's born of the underworld, though. Shadow and light. Neverland, Peter Pan, the Puera Eternus, eternal child. Oh, right. Oh my God. Here we are, back at the eternal child again. Peter Pan, Neverland. The mother hiding, something about hiding. Okay, so something was occluded by the, or shrouded or clouded by the moon. This could be inner child work that you're doing as well. Inner child healing. And Pisces rules the 12th house. I just realized that too. So you got Pisces, which is 12th house, and 12th house, which is Pisces. So very strong spiritual connection. You guys are definitely conduits. Emotionally, you pick up on just about everything. And this can be a little bit overwhelming or inundating. HSP, highly sensitive person. Wearing your crown. Divine Mother, Divine Father. Getting grounded is very important. Okay. You could be working with things in the past, both your current past, as in your childhood, and also your past lives where you did lose things, lose yourself even. That's the most precious thing you have, right? It's your connection with the one, the all. And when we fall into the physical realm, we gain the wisdom of the knowledge of good and evil. Things become separated, dualistic. They're showing me the wheels of the carriage, and I'm hearing the wheels on the bus go round and round, something about childhood. And it's like these two wheels, separate wheels, but they're actually not separate. They're one. And I'm hearing all together now. People are clapping all together now, clapping in unison, bringing one and one together. Two made one, so that the forces don't work against you. The shadow split. Okay, it's like you and you made one. Anima and animus made one. Inner child and the inner self made one. The mother and the father made one. Something about May 1st. And I'm hearing make up your mind, making a decision. Something about that is connected to December and a chain of events. Maybe it was past or present or future. I don't know. Time is weird, right? It's wibbly wobbly. Seeing the TARDIS, like the time warping living time booth from Doctor Who. And I'm getting references to Doctor Strange as well. So doctors who meddle with time, having a strange perception of time and the other worlds. Okay. Oh, I heard December will prove fruitful. Okay, thank you. Something about ripping off a mask or taking off a mask willingly, consciously, not having it. It's like your identity is shedding and you're realizing behind this human identity mask is the one. It's like cosmic starlight. And you're like, oh, right, I forgot I was playing human. This is just an avatar. This is just a body. Oh my God, I just got this weird notification that said yesterday was magical on my computer. That's so weird. I'd never even have my computer open in readings. Yesterday was magical. Today is a gift. Tomorrow is potential. But it's like the power of now. Okay. Something about group efforts and collective connection. You're collective, collecting, connected. Something's being saved. Saved for later, saved for when you need it. But it will show up in divine time, in synchronicity, leading your life, chain of events. And they're saying it again, it pales in comparison. I'm being shown somebody with a face that's like awestruck. Like, oh my God, wow, I can't believe it. This is real. I am that I am. Oh my God. It's like a spiritual experience of personal expansion to the point of like super consciousness. And I'm hearing flash in the pan, and it's like your life, it may feel like it's a flash in the pan, but it's a spark of life, and it's meant to be a gift that's given to you. But It's not given, it's just received. Okay, I think that's it, group number 1. I'm going to leave it there. There's so much deeper I could go, but this reading is the longest I've done in a really long time. It's 54 minutes long, so I am just going to leave it there. But I hope that this helped to spark something inside you of your awakening, or it helped to remind you of this divine gift that you are and the divine plan that you are working with here in this life. I love you. Many blessings, soul brothers and sisters of all walks of life, because we're all one. I am you, you are me, we are we. Okay, much love, many blessings. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right, hi group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the spider card from the Pocket Animal Spirit deck. And I want to read this one here first. I'm just getting the intuitive guidance to do that before we get into your reading. So let me just find it. I didn't realize we were going to read it until I sat down to actually connect to your energy. Spider, creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. This spider is an ingenious creator. Oh, it says the spider, but I'm hearing like this, you are an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in the balanced state, the spider is appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, he can become discouraged, tired, or forlorn. To bring the spider into balance, playful creativity. And I'm hearing bring joy to the world. And then now I'm hearing that song, Joy to the World. Let us begin. What song is that? Is that Ode to Joy, or is that a different song? So joy, singing your joys. Oh, look at that. 10 of Cups. That's like the ultimate joy. And maybe it was taken, or it felt like it was lost or something, or it was stolen. But it's like you're bringing joy to the world. Joy to the world. I'm being shown the Wizard of Oz, and when all the munchkins are singing that the Wicked Witch is dead. It's like, joy to the world, the witch is dead. 8 of Wands, communication, creativity, feels like sparks of joy flying in the wind, and it's like they spark and they light little fires of joy everywhere they land. 6 of Cups, and you're meant to, 6 of Pentacles. I almost wanted to say 6 of Wands and 6 of Cups, everything but the 6 of Swords. I wanted to come out with the Pentacles. So this is actually your abundance. It's like you are meant to share your gifts with the world. You have a creative spark, you bring joy, and I'm hearing you're wise. The wise old spider, old soul. You have a lot of gifts that you generate. Something about generating income with your gifts, from your gifts, or giving those in a way is like income, receiving, perceiving, gestures of good faith, something about goodwill towards men, goodwill towards your fellow humans, acts of service, benevolence, community orientation, group benefits. There's something about like organizations, or something about world profit organizations, and I'm hearing order and orchestration. Now these all of a sudden just looked like, I'm hearing little characters, something about character flaws. Oh my God, there's too much coming through. Can you slow it down? They're showing me strumming a guitar, like an acoustic guitar, and all of the wands they're saying. The wands were the conductor's wands of like an orchestra. That's what I saw flying through the air. And then they showed me the strumming of the guitar. And it was like these threads of fate or something are very creative. And that's like strumming or making music. It's like a harp or, some acoustic instrument with strings. And as you strum it, like the spider's web, it creates music. And that music is very pleasing to behold, or it's meant to be offered, meant to be given. I'm hearing provider, provided. Something about a wireless provider. I'm being shown like Wi-Fi, the symbol for Wi-Fi, a Wi-Fi system. This is like the provider will provide. It's like, where does inspiration come from? The creator, right? Like you are a creator and your inspiration comes from the creator. Something about Tyler, the creator. He's a comedian, or musician. I'm hearing musician. Is he a musician? Is Tyler, the creator, a musician? Am I mixing him up with Tracy Morgan? Maybe. Something about Chase Morgan. Again, I think that's an investment company or something. There's something about finances and money and prosperity and fruitfulness. These all feel connected somehow to creativity for this group. It's like I'm hearing the spider's wishes, kitties meowing in the background. Maybe you use your voice. Communication is important and you're meant to give that out. Without a doubt, without a doubt. 9 of Pentacles, wealth and prosperity come to you through your creative efforts, your creative gifts, and allowing those to channel through you or to flow freely. Wireless provider. I was also seeing Nikola Tesla and how he used to say that, I think there's quotes from him that he talks about how there's like this universal source of knowledge and he just taps into that and then receives the inventions or the inspirations for things. And he can work it over in his mind. And then he was really doing all of that to provide free energy, free electricity, free connectivity for the world. Like he really wanted to benefit the world. That was the whole purpose. All of his money, everything that he ever earned went right back into giving. And I'm being shown again, like world profit or like nonprofit organizations or something like that. And how maybe some of them have become corrupt or they've become greedy and they don't feed the needy anymore. It's like, why do we have money to, I'm getting Tupac Shakur coming through. What is that line from him where he says, you got money for wars, but can't feed the poor? Okay. So there's something about, I'm being shown like a man in the machine, cogs in the wheel, something about like fruitlessness of toil and labor when it comes from like a slavery job market. Ooh, and like how this oppresses creative innovation and the human spirit. It is meant to, I'm hearing denounce the throne. It's like we denounce our own will, our own power, our creative spark, which is literally the spark of the divine. So when we put down our pens and we pick up guns, we are fueling a machine of fire and rage that burns itself to ashes. Holy shit, this is coming through very poetically. I feel like you guys are lyricists or writers, or you have this creative ability to channel through the voice, through the words, through the hands, through the material world. I'm shaking right now because it's coming through me so strongly, and I'm like so goosebumpy. It's very warm in here, but I'm shaking. This feels extremely powerful. Maybe your verse, yes, a verse of a song of what has been a verse to you. What have you been averse to verses, spy versus spy. My little I spy a game of war and territory, needing to reclaim your land. I'm hearing this land is my land. This land is our land. Queen of Cups. Something about the creative father, but she's like a mother energy. So that's strange that I got father energy from the Queen of Cups. I can't stop shaking. Okay. Maybe you need to like say it, even if your voice shakes, or to get up and stand in your power in some way. It feels a little wobbly, but it's actually so... It's just the power flowing through you, and you're meant to channel that. You're meant to ground that. You're meant to build wealth on that. Something about investments is coming through. My right eye just got really itchy all of a sudden. Investments. looking to the future, I'm hearing, okay, is the right eye connected to the future, or is that just about like planning for the future, or something about project management? I'm being shown portfolios. It's reminding me of like investment portfolios or stock portfolios, which I know absolutely nothing about. I have never had enough money to invest it in the first place. But yeah, there's something about that. But they were showing me like file folders as well. You guys have a lot of ideas. I feel like you kind of like store them away in these little folders in the back of your mind. And I feel like you need to like get them out and mix them all together. I don't know why I'm being shown. Okay, yeah, I gotta like slow the energy. I gotta ground the energy in this group because it's pulsing through me so fast and so strong that again, I'm shaking and it's like it's so intense. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody taking all of these different manila folders, like file folders, and taking out all the things from within them and like mixing them all together and getting this all over the ground. It's making a mess in the office, but it's like you need to look at it. And it's like this ingenious connection. I'm being shown like using the red line to connect, like when they're trying to solve a murder or something, or they're trying to have like make a connection to see the bigger picture. And it's like you're able to connect the dots, to make these connections. Kitty keeps meowing in your reading, and Kitty is for confirmation. She hasn't done this in a while. So I feel like you guys are up in arms about something, or you're meant to do something. You're meant to make moves, meant to shake the world awake with your gifts, with what you have to say, with what you can do, with what you can earn perhaps as well in terms of money or finances. Maybe it's like having a bigger wallet to work with will give you more autonomy and power to be able to give back. It's like you can make a greater change in the world if you have more at your back in terms of money. It's not to say that those of us who don't have money can't make a change. We certainly can. But it's like building wealth somehow allows you to exert higher will or to live from divine freedom. Maybe it's about freedom of expression. It's like if you have the money, then you can have the freedom to express in the way that you want to because you're in control. And if you have more wealth, then you can also provide for others who don't or who need it and can't acquire it themselves, or you're able to give back in some way. I'm seeing like philanthropy, being a philanthropist. I'm seeing the Who network. I don't know what they're talking about here. Are they talking about the band The Who? Are they talking about owls, like hoot hoot? Because I'm seeing owls. Are they talking about WHO.com? I'm seeing, I don't know what that is. Who.com. You know what? I have my computer out right now. I don't normally, but I was using it in group 1 for music, and I was called to turn it off in your group, which I just realized that I turned off the music in your group because it felt like it would be better to do it without it. Like I needed the silence to be able to hear clearly. Your music comes from within. So what is who.com? Where do I put this? I'm just gonna put that over there. Hold on. What is who.com? World Health Organization. What? United Nations. I was kind of seeing that. That's what it was reminding, like something about a public health network. But I was being shown like these philanthropic types of multinational world organizations. The World Health Organization is the specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for international public health. Its mission, it was founded in 1948. Its goals include promoting universal health care, monitoring global health risks, and coordinating responses to health emergencies. That's weird. The word coordinating, my mind saw it as carbonating. Something about pop cans or carbonation. Carbon dating, I'm being shown, and something about fossils from the past and like the earth element seems to be really significant here for you guys. This all feels highly kind of suspect. I don't know what we're tapping into here. What does this mean? United Nations, who? I'm hearing that song, Who Are You? Who? It's reminding me of the intro. They use that song. I think that is The Who. And they use that song in CSI Las Vegas or CSI Miami. I can't remember which one. Okay, that's bringing me back to all the files on the floor. Cold case file. I just heard cold case file. And it's like connecting the dots, doing an investigation of some kind, seeing the movement move with the music, something about history of music, history of humanity, carbon dating, fossil dating. Oh, what does this mean? 9 of Cups, your joy. Ode to joy. This is the joy card. Joy to the world. Judgment. The king has come. Judgment day. Something about proving who is in the way. I don't know. They're saying who again, like who is in the way. I don't know. Where do we go from here? Sheer bliss, I'm hearing. Okay. Where do you want me to go? I'm not feeling drawn to any decks. Maybe I need to just keep going with the tarot. Okay. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. Something about let it snow, let it snow. Being shown Frosty the Snowman. Iconic songs, maybe. Songs of our past. The Chariot. Carrying a message, the messenger. Something about rushing into action and divine order, divine law. I'm being shown that as well. Gifts and curses, I'm hearing. What do you mean, gifts and curses? They pulled my attention down to the way that she's scrutinizing this cup. Gifts and curses. Something about an empathy bond. Wow, this reading's really all over the place. I'm just going to bring it through, though. I'm not going to worry about whether it makes sense or not. 10 of Pentacles, the legacy, the fruitfulness, the giving. And look, it's coming out right underneath the 6 of Pentacles. A legacy of wealth. And I'm hearing the word provision, like being the provider, to provide. The divine father, the divine masculine. Okay, the devil. Something about boundaries and restrictions, but I'm being shown, okay, they said parallel lines. And I was going to say the boundaries were reminding me of borders. Borders between nations. I heard better down ground, ground. Underground. 10 of Wands. I'm hearing power to the people. Something about a magnificent achievement. Okay, High Priestess. Spiritual connectivity, spiritual reception of joy. King of Wands. They're both looking to the left too. Let me put this, actually, wait, I usually check what's on the bottom. The world, yeah, okay. Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords. I don't know why I just feel called to look at all of these. There's just so much going on. There's so much moving in your reading and in your energy. Group number 2, I feel like very similar to group 1, you guys are connected to the collective in some way, or this is working with like world organizations or the way the world is organized or world financial institutions or there's definitely something here about finances, but there's also a connection to joy and creativity. And I'm still not sure how all of this connects, but the spider tells us that everything is connected. So, where was I? Okay, so these two are both looking to the left, which indicates the past. And I'm hearing subliminal. Maybe there's something about subliminal baggage, subliminal healing, subliminal receiving of messages. Something I heard carried down, okay, through the line, but I was also being shown carry on baggage on an airplane. Carry on, carry down. What does this mean? Now I'm hearing carry on my wayward son. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Okay, yeah. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I'm just going through it in my head so I can remember the lyrics. Don't mind my singing voice right now. It's just, yeah, I just need to work it out in my head. Okay. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Peace. The chariot sometimes heralds war. Communication between warlords, between nations, battles, barriers, boundaries, communication and connection over time. What was passed down through rhyme, music, oral traditions, minstrels. Were you guys minstrels? Are you a minstrel? Meant to catalog the story of the times. I'm hearing John Legend, something about a legend or a legend of mystics. Arthur? Who's the Lady of Avalon? But I was being shown an image of, who is his name? What is his name? Bob Dylan? The times they are a-changin'. Is he the one who sang that? Okay, I'm hearing you're going to piss some people off. Okay, that just came through very clearly. I heard that. They were like, you're going to piss some people off. Me or the people in this group? Maybe both. I think I'm here to piss some people off too, but in a good way. Sometimes you got to shake the world to awake the world. Shake and bake. Moving fast. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. This is the chariot racing around. NASCAR, racing around. Competition. But you're not really competing against anyone else. It's like you're competing against besting yourself, your own time. Like, how fast can I do this? And it's not about the time that it takes or the outcome or the goal, or I'm hearing a retrieving of property. It's more like you enjoying the process of it. Like, you just want to go fast. You just want to go fast. Something about fasting and diet is coming through. I am being drawn to this deck. I did use it already, so we'll use it again. Underworld and the gem. What is hidden within? The diamond in the rough? You guys are like the diamond in the rough. I'm hearing sing it loud, say it proud. Sing it loud, say it proud. And I'm hearing say it louder for the people in the back. Something about not minding the peanut gallery. Don't pay attention to people who are criticizing you or who are critical. Don't let that squander your inner flame. Keep going. I'm hearing keep going. Whatever you're doing, something was mismatched units I'm being shown. Something about deployed units. Oh, the river. More music coming through. Let the river run. Who's that? Something's reminding me of the movie Working Girl. I think they used that movie that song in that movie. So songs used in shows and movies seems to be a theme here. Or even musical documentaries too. That's coming through. Music really adds to movies, in my opinion. You know, it's like the musical score of the movie really sets up the experience of the story. Like how we connect emotionally to the story. That's Queen of Cups. And there's like an aspect of creativity here that's meant to be built upon. I'm going to come back to the river. Maybe it's about flow, energy flow, money flow, currency, the current you see, the current you seek, the currency. Ooh, the desert, the dry desert. But sometimes the monsoons come and all the water comes in at once. Maybe you feel like dry bones, eagles and stones. I'm hearing eagles and stones. Oh yeah, the Eagles are a band, so are the Rolling Stones. Eagles and stones, dry bones, dry bones. Forefathers, ancestors. Frittered away, I'm hearing. I don't know. Something about apple fritters. The Destroyer. Bands, music, disbanded, communion. Okay, I just got something about psychic development. Kali, Mother Kali, Ma Kali. They're showing me maracas, shaking maracas. Again, something about making music. Bones in the maracas. It's a reference to Family Guy. But bones, Kali, she wears a necklace of bones. Oh yeah, and carbon dating can be done with fossils and bones and stones. Bones and stones. Not wanted to be here, I guess. Guess who? Take a guess. The box. Destroying the box. You are meant to blast outside the box. Break the Bronx. Empty room. Why are you standing alone? Youth? The nectar? Something about greed and grids. They're showing me greed and grids, and it's like the world, something about the world and how the needs are not being met. It's being squandered by the few. They're showing me this is very like collective type energy. I don't know how you guys connect to this, but they're showing me like how world organizations, they're saying black rock, black stone. They're showing me a black rock. It looks like a lava rock, but it's like pure black. And the whole thing is solid, not holy, like the stone. The stones, do I have a lava stone somewhere? The integrity of the property, they're saying, the black stone. It reminds me of like a distorted philosopher's stone when I'm looking at it. Alchemy, Negredo. That's the dark night of the soul. But it's the foundation on which awakening begins to happen. I'm hearing process. It's like it's a process. Diving deep to find the nectar. Something about silly string. And now they're making it look like the silly string is connected like global events, they're saying. Something about world-class events. They're showing me people in fancy dresses, tuxedos going to events or something. There's like tables laid out for organizations. You have to donate to get the table. I've seen that in movies or shows where it's like you have to donate $10,000 or something ridiculous to get a table, but it's really like a donation to the foundation that you're going to the event for. What are those called? Like galas or yeah, something like that. They're showing me the matrix and the box. They're showing me like a black cube, something about Saturn. They're showing me they're saying Messiah, something about Judaism is coming through, or Kabbalah, the Torah. Messianic, messianic, messy. They're saying messy, clean it up. Messianic cube, they're saying, and it's like, it distorts the world's perception of finances, or it like locks down. They're showing me all the money locked in the black rock. It's like all the financial institutions, something about banks, like they're all locked down is what they're showing me. I don't know what this means, but it's like they're locked. Can't be accessed. It's not free money. It's not free. But it's like the higher intelligence is free. It's meant to be free. The money is meant to be a currency of the free people. That's what Spirit is saying. Holy shit. Free people, free the people, we the people, stand in power. They're showing me a fist. Join the fist. What does that mean? Like coming together? Spirit has been bringing through the song, Come Together Right Now Over Me. Who is that by? Is that the Rolling Stones? The word legend is coming through again. Something about worth and value and legend of Arthur. They're showing me kings and castles. Castle black, they're saying. And they're showing me a rock. But now it's not the black rock. It's like a big stone. Something about a stone plinth. Something about security and society. Those are connected. They're like blending the words together. Security, society, security. Now they're showing me a security system with guard dogs, and like the who is, it's like this sticker that you put on the door to let people know that this house, this air, something about air signs or air sign qualities, inventiveness, Aquarius. The air is polluted. They're saying, okay, Something about world pollution or pollution of the mind, perhaps, because air symbolically can represent the element of the mind. And it's something about guard dogs. It's time, they're saying. It's time. Something about Shakespearean novels or quotes. Goats, horses, oats. Who's pulling the chariot? Who's pulling the chariot? They're saying the word dystopian, and they're showing me examples of dystopian societies. And they're saying world order, new world order. Oh, we're talking about the new world order. Oh, we're talking about the Satanist agenda. Luciferian rebellion. BlackRock, they're saying it again. Okay. This is not at all. I thought this was going to be more like a message for you, kind of like more like your life and your story and your creativity, your magic, your music. I'm hearing your magic, your music. But somehow this is connected to like these much larger themes that they're showing me of, like, for example, record studios and record labels and world nations and money and finances. And like, I don't know if Hollywood's in there somehow, but it feels like it is. And I'm realizing I've read somewhere that Hollywood is the wood that's used in magic wands. It's like casts of spells or casts of people, perhaps like hierarchies of people cast in stone. I'm being shown Medusa's head, freezing them in stone. Again, stone seems to be a theme here. And it's like music wakes them up. I'm being shown when Aslan, that's the Christ energy. That's what C.S. Lewis wrote, the Aslan character to represent as Jesus. He breathes onto the stones, the stone creatures that have been frozen by the Ice Queen, and they come back to life, or they're reawakened. I'm hearing reawakened. Something about music touching the souls of the many. The many. I was going to say millions, but I'm hearing millennia. Something about the new millennium. Maybe Y2K is somehow significant, or 2000s. I'm being shown Beanie Babies as a millennial. I grew up in that. I remember that very clearly. Had my Beanie Babies on Y2K, hiding behind the couch, waiting for all the bombs to go off as the clocks reset to 0, and it didn't happen. Something about the Mayan calendar I'm being shown. 2012 is significant as well. And something about a new agenda. They're showing me a burning effigy. And they're showing me an owl burning. And they're saying the who, guess who they are. Who are they? Put the dots together. They're showing me a scar over the eye. It's reminding me of the lion scar from the Lion King. And isn't the Lion King based on Shakespeare, a Shakespeare play? What was that, Hamlet or Macbeth? I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure it was based on one of those. And Scar is like the jealous brother who tries to usurp his brother's kingdom, and he casts that light kingdom down into shadow. Ooh, the hyenas I'm being shown. It's okay. At the end, the hyenas devour their false king. Something about that false will or tyrannical kings. Ooh, the bombshells, nuclear something or other. Oh my God. And it's like, they're showing me like the hippie movement where music was used to promote peace. We can do that again. They're saying, yeah, music will change the world, but it's like frequency, and it can be elevated. It can be expanded. It can come from the divine. It needs to be channeled and moved through you. You need to feel it, shift it, feel it, heal it, feel it to heal it. Emotional empathy, healing. And if there's something about bookish and bookends, they hold the books of the library together. They support it. Lost in the desert, finding the knowledge, the book of knowledge, something about the book of Enoch. I'm hearing the word metamorphosize, and I just split the deck and the gem is here again. You guys are hidden gems, the creator. Okay, yeah, Tyler the creator. In the mountain. Read the creator. Thank you. Reading, seeing, something about seeing is believing. Okay. This is all falling down. London Bridge is falling down. Okay, that just slid off the top of my synchronicities deck and the candle. Also, I'll leave these here because they were falling down because I was picking up these books from this book, which I wrote my intro on because I can't remember things, so I have to write things down. Write down your things, group number 2. Write things down. Yeah, use your pen, use your paintbrush, write it down. I'm hearing what is lost is found. There's the underworld. What is lost is found in the cave of wonders. Aladdin, diamond in the rough. XXII. Is that 911? It's reminding me of that Disney movie Hercules where there's a joke that they make about call 911, but they say call XII or something. It's reminding me of that. Okay, the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room, we saw that, resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible. They're showing me possible apocalypse, not a possible apocalypse, but it's like the realization, wisdom of knowledge. Apocalypse means like revelation, judgment day, but like not canonically. They're saying non-canonical. Writing your own story. Something about fanfare and wisdom. Okay, hold on. Where was I? Annihilates... the destructor. I forgot the destroyer is under here. 1 second. Annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction, the destroyer. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, I'm hearing don't bypass this. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. When in the light, the creator is curious, playful, open, and surprising. When in the dark, it loses its spark or feels burdened. That's 10 of Wands energy. Burdened, bearing the damn weight, I'm hearing. Oof. Okay. To go deeper, Vincent van Gogh's letter to his brother Theo. The creator is naturally attractive and coveted as its energy zings with possibility. You can feel when a creator type enters the room, all eyes land on them. Yeah, I'm hearing, again, Tupac is coming through. All eyes on me. Okay. Something about weaving the tail. To increase your creator energy, ward off jadedness at all cost. Recommit to childlike curiosity and nix the rules. And I'm being shown Nyx as in like the goddess Nyx, the goddess of night. What does that have to do with this? The chariot. Yeah, she would ride the chariot of darkness or something to bring on the night. Only through the night will you see the starry light. That's what Spirit just said. Again, there's something about poetry, poetic lyrics, writing, alchemy through art. Yes, alchemy through creation. The mystic, the seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. I felt called to look at that. Okay. I'm going to go get, oh no, these ones? These ones. These ones or these ones? Which one? This one. Okay, thank you. Guidance. Trust your inner guidance system, group number 2. What has value does not waste with time. That's what Spirit said. What has value does not waste with time. It does not become corrupted. Ooh, DNA. It's in your bones. It's in your blood. The creator. 144,000. Illumination in the box, or something about burning it all down. Happy. It's reminding me, the happy face on fire. They're showing me happy face on fire. Something about LSD, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Thank you. The Beatles, the happy face on fire. It's like, this is fine, but it's not fine. There's good destruction and there's not good destruction. And the corruption on this planet is not good destruction. It's not to say that it doesn't have purpose, but it's like they're showing me the wheels turning. I'm hearing wisdom will prevail. And they're showing me a veil being removed, veil of illusion being removed from the earth. Global community, I'm hearing. And they're showing me gift of knowledge. Yeah, this looks like acid, an ant. Hard work, champagne. Okay, the flame, it knocked into the candle, and it's the candle here. I just realized the flame. Alcohol and substances are coming up because I'm realizing like alcohol distorts your consciousness. Substances alter your consciousness, alter your DNA somehow. What does this mean? I'm hearing the spider, the fortune teller, something about future predictions, something about psychics doing world predictions. That's not what really I do. Okay, golden cage. The world. I'm being shown fly free little birds and blackbird fly, but I was being shown doves flying out of the cage. Oh, and eggs, cracking open the cosmic egg, I heard. The cosmic egg. Something about divinity connected to the cosmic egg, flying free out of the shell. And the skull, bones. I knew bones were significant. Carbon dating, again, they're saying. But the bones are DNA. I'm hearing trace amounts, and they're showing me LSD. What is that? Like dimethyltryptamine is similar, or it releases that. So it's like it's trace amounts in your body or in your bones or in your DNA or something like that. I'm hearing sweet scent, and they're showing me perfumes in the desert, like these desert flowers that are blooming from the cactuses or cacti. And it's like where it felt so bone dry and dead, it's actually beautiful and inhabited with life. I'm hearing crucial juncture. Something about a time crunch. The moon, crescent moon. I'm hearing Octavius, October, Octavius. Sugar, sugar coat, sugar ray, butterfly, sugar ray. Moon ray, the sextant. Okay. The bridge. And I'm hearing burn it all down, and they're saying London Bridge is falling down. Something about that. It's not like a burn the world energy. It's like not destruction for destruction's sake or chaos for chaos's sake. It's like finding a way to harmonize. I don't know. Harmonize, like singing together. Look on the split there. Sacred marriage, yin and yang, feminine, masculine coming together. That comes through in almost every single reading that I do. Spirit will not stop talking about that. They're saying poking holes in the design. They showed me somebody being poked in the eyes with pencils, but they didn't have eyes. It was like these holes being pencils poked in the eyes, in the eye holes. Eye sockets, pencils, wood, Hollywood wands. The pen is greater than the sword. Avalon, the sword of Avalon. The sword of the mind, and the pen, the wielder of the pen. They're showing me your John Hancock, your signature, your DNA. It is wise. Profound, I'm hearing profound. Found the professional. You found the professional inside of you. It is the creator. Don't damn the juices. That's what Spirit just said. Puzzle piece, blue puzzle piece. Making it come together. Under any circumstances, in any weather, stand together. Vitamins. Supplementing with apps. I don't know what does that mean? Electricity. Okay, electricity, that's like Thomas Edison, the light bulb, but he stole away for profit what Tesla wanted to give away for free and made the technology worse. So it's like our society, when it's corrupted by people who only think of profit, we are not actually able to evolve. We're not able to be a free society. The music, the music. Where are all the people? I'm hearing, where are all the people living life this way? What is that? You may think that I'm a dreamer. Dreaming, the legend, frequency of intuition, frequency intuitive. The mountain and the man. The mountain cannot bow before the man. Though the wind howls, the bounty, the mountain cannot fold. Don't fold your hand. Though the wind howls, the mountain cannot bow to it. Mountain of a man, David and Goliath. The underdogs, the empire. The slingshot. He got Goliath in the eye, something about the eyes being a weak point. Okay. What we choose to see, what we see, something about not bypassing the truth. Don't overlook the shadow. Don't overlook the negative. Don't overlook the distortion. They're saying underlays. My battery died and I had to take a break and wait for everything to recharge. And I just listened back to whatever was last recorded, and it was something about overlays or underlays. And there was so much more that came through after that, but now I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. So since this reading has been so long, and since it's been a long time since I had to wait for everything to recharge, I feel like we're going to leave the message there and just hope and pray that everything that needed to come through came through, because I feel like there was a lot there and it was kind of abstract, a little messy, kind of all over the place, but there was some clear themes, I think, running throughout it. So I'm going to leave that kind of open to your interpretation, because as a creative and as a creator and in the energy of the spider, it's kind of like what you want to make of it. So I will leave that there, and thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Spider and Passion Flower from the Woodland Warden's deck, and your card says Creative Ingenuity. I want to read your card first before we do any channeling or pull additional cards to find out what your message is. Okay, so spiders represent a balance of light and dark. Cunning yet patient, they spin intricate webs that are both beautiful and deadly. The passion flower is a vining flower that has come to symbolize faith. It was named by 16th century Jesuit missionaries who associated the plant with the Passion of Christ. Its filaments represent the crown of thorns, its 10 petals, the 10 faithful apostles, and so on. When this card is upright, you can solve your problems unconventionally and with cleverness. You need only exercise patience in order to fully appreciate the results of your labor. It came up upright, but I'm going to read the reversed definition as well, just in case this has some underlying context or meaning here too. So it's stagnation. To overcome a creative block, try being like the spider, innovative and adept. Have faith that your quiet efforts will pay off in the end. Just the fact that I paused after have faith feels significant. Have faith, group number 3. How can I overcome an obstacle using my talents? And when have I solved a problem using my ingenuity in the past? Okay. Okay, so that's so crazy. So 9 of Swords and 9 of Cups on the split. And just a split second, here's something about split, the word split. Just a split second right before I grabbed this and separated these two halves of the deck, I heard torturous, the word torturous. And then the 9 of Swords can be about like being tortured in the mind, whereas the 9 of Cups is being emotionally settled and gratified. And I'm hearing full of chance, I'm being shown a genie lamp with the 9 of Cups. It is about wish fulfillment, or it can be about wish fulfillment. And it feels like that's somehow connected to the creative ingenuity, a fulfillment of a wish, or the satisfaction of a personal creative expression coming to fruition. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Coming to fruition. Maybe there's something to do with communication, because I just bumped the microphone. And I was having a little bit of a throat tickle when I was reading the reversed position of the spider. And I do sometimes associate spiders with writers and speakers, because it's about kind of like spinning a tale, telling a story, creating something. And the thread of the spider web kind of always reminds me of like the line on that we can write or draw on paper. All right, so let's take a look here. You've got the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. Something has become way too heavy, group number 3. What is that? Feels like a block, creative block, pressure that you're placing on yourself. Maybe because there's some creativity that's become almost like a burden, a responsibility, or it feels like an obligation of some kind. Maybe because you have to earn a living, or because there's something that I'm hearing the word settled. Oh, I heard settled a debt. Okay. Maybe you're working extra hard or taking on a lot, or you've taken on some kind of debt, and I'm hearing have to make do with the practical approach. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So you have to make do with the practical approach, and this is somehow creating some sort of torment in the mind, because I'm being brought back to the 9 of Swords again. Some kind of torment in the mind, Queen of Pentacles, and it could have to do, again, with finances, financial security or stability in general. No, not that. Okay, thank you. It felt sticky in my hands. It was like, nope. Okay, so what feels sticky to you? What feels like you can't glide easily or smoothly, like it's heavy or it's sticky? I'm hearing the word restless or restlessness. Something about wrestling with something in the mind. That's coming through, because I'm being shown somebody tossing and turning at night and wrestling with something in their mind. And I'm being shown, who is that? Hercules and the lion? Or some like strong person wrestling a lion is what I'm being shown. 6 of Wands. Ooh, serious success and the Judgment card. Wow. Knight of Cups. I'm hearing that there's a purpose to your expression. There's a purpose to your expression, whatever form that it happens to take. And I feel like no, before I say that, let me keep going. 3 of Swords. All of a sudden I heard the song lyrics, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Something like that. Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Is there somebody that's holding, like say, for example, a financial loan over your head? Do you feel indebted to someone, either literally financially or more symbolically or energetically or something like that? Do you feel like you owe people something, or owe someone specific something? Do you feel like you're a fly caught in the spider's trap? Like debt collectors or mismanaged finances or something like that, or a loan or a mortgage, or, fill in the blank. There's so many different ways that we can become sort of like a slave in the system, or a slave to the system financially. 3 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of Pentacles here. At least those are the ones. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 10 cards, but I just feel it really strong. And there's the 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck again. Okay. But I like that the Fool is there. Okay. So let me sit with this for a second. Let me sit with this. What's going on here? Yeah, I just feel like there's this energy of like, you owe me this. And I'm not sure if it's somebody coming to you with that energy of you owe me this, or if this is you saying, this, as if, you're putting in a lot of effort. And so there's this feeling of like, you owe me this. And there's some kind of personal torment, but I'm also hearing personal success. So it's like there's very much two sides to this story. They're very split, just like we saw with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups. It's like they're very split, they're very divided. And maybe it's like sort of this night and day mindset. On one side, there's this intense amount of stress, but I just heard the word release. Thank you, Spirit. And on the other side, there's this feeling of joy and like, wow, I really managed to do this. And they're both number 9 too. And that's standing out to me. And the number 9 is to do with independence and doing things in a more solitary way. But then I'm just being drawn down to here in the card of your significators and the number 2. And that's relational, that's partnerships, that's working with other people. That's interpersonal dynamics. And so I feel like maybe there's this, I'm hearing the word crutch. Okay, a crutch. Who have you leaned on that has guilted you for leaning on them? Or who has leaned on you and you feel like they owe you, or there's not, like the reciprocity isn't there? It feels like energetically there's a deficit of some kind, and there's a due, like there's a due date on this. I don't know what that is, when that is, but it feels to me like there's a due date on this. There's a due date that the thing needs to be paid by, whether this is literal money or this is some kind of energetic debt, karmic debt, perhaps, although that's coming through less clearly, or less, it's not coming through quite as strongly as the financial side of it. But everything physical is symbolic, and everything symbolic can be physical. So why are we splitting hairs here? Again, splitting. So maybe there's like, say, for example, this doesn't have to be your situation, but this is the example that's coming to mind, because the word splitting just made me think of divorce or separation. And it's like there's alimony, or there's child support, or there's like a division of the assets or something like that. And it's like, I invested this into the relationship and now you owe me this, or something like that. Let me get a little deeper into it though. Okay, we have the Ocean. Finding and reconnecting to creativity seems to be important here as well. There's kind of like this other sort of side story message about creative block, or this pursuit of creativity at the expense of finances, or the pursuit of finances at the expense of creativity. Again, I keep getting these like split stories, like there's these two sort of opposite stories on either end of the spectrum. The bridge, and the bridge between the two, or the bridge over the ocean. Oh, okay. And I'm hearing the song, A Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Maybe somebody's going to give you a helping hand, but I keep having this sort of insidious feeling underneath the surface, and I'm not sure if this is how you or that other person feels, but I keep getting this feeling of like, if I accept the help, then I'm going to owe them something, or I have accepted the help and now I do owe them something, or they're expecting something out of me. It's like it becomes an obligation instead of just a friendly gesture. And that's not healthy. If somebody's giving to you with the condition that you give back to them, that's codependency or that's manipulation. And especially if they're using guilt to try and get you to be under their thumb or under their control. That's not unconditional love. That's not unconditional loving and caring. That's very manipulative. So there's something here about, I'm hearing fending for one's self and the pilgrim. This is such a journey but it feels, I keep getting this word excruciating and like torment. The Sword. Something needs to be cut through here, and the Kiss. Okay, one more. The Vision. I don't want to block the bridge. That's important. Anima Mundi on the bottom. Everything is connected here. That's what the spider teaches us as well. Everything is connected. These threads of fate, threads of, I'm hearing the word consciousness, but it's like everything connects here. 2 owls. Even the reading, even the energy of this reading feels a little bit more resistant to me. Like I've been doing readings for a long time. And when I sit down into an energy, usually I get hit with a cascade of information and it's very, very clear. Either it comes directly from the cards. Most often the way that I read, it comes intuitively or it comes in channeled form through my clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, like all the clairs, you know? So this reading, I'm taking note of the fact that things are not coming through as quickly or as forthright. Like I'm getting a few words and songs and things peppered here and there, but it feels like there's a barrier. It feels like there's some kind of block. Like I can't see what's actually going on here. The vision, right. Okay, the vision. So where has the vision been obscured or clouded because of some sense of obligation? Or because of the web that this situation, whatever it is, feels like it has you trapped in? I'm seeing a gateway here. I'm seeing the gateway in the Ace of Pentacles. And this opening here in the middle looks like a gateway. So there's some expression of your creativity that's being encouraged to push on, because that's what I just got channeled through. It's being, and I heard push on. So it's being encouraged for you to push on forward or break on through to the other side. A lot of the symbolism in your reading is coming through Sue, something about Sue. And I'm hearing chain. Okay. Interlocking hands I'm being shown. Yeah, the hands are open. The hands are interlocking here and here. It's something about this web. Okay, the web all of a sudden just reminded me of a network of connection, like family network or business network, colleagues, hierarchy, that kind of thing, and how everything is connected in some, or even like a neighborhood. Social groups, think networks in general. There's something about that and how everything remains connected. I do get a sense of camaraderie here too. Like, let me say that. I do feel like there's people around you that do support you genuinely in what you're doing or have supported you without conditions or without trying to tap into you and what you're doing and extort or something like that. But there's something underlying under the surface, like a little needle in the haystack that I'm having a hard time finding, but I can feel that it's there. Like I'm the magnet and there's a needle in that haystack and I can feel it pulling on me or me pulling on it, but it's just buried underneath and there's something blocking its way. So we kind of have to go digging in there to find what it is because it's kind of behind the barrier. It's behind the closed wall or something is blocking it. Okay, so this could be an invitation to do an inward journey into, say, for example, concepts of community and mutual support. How do you feel about that? Do you have resistance to receiving help from other people? Do you have resistance to giving to other people? Do you feel like there's always expectations attached or obligations that result from those types of interchanges? Do you feel like your vision is too big for other people to be able to get on board with or to support you in the way that you need? Do you feel like you have to go this entirely alone? Are you literally doing this entirely alone? Do you feel like you have an open source network that you can connect to when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to, I'm hearing the word boundaries as I'm speaking. Thank you. When it comes to this big grand vision that you have, or this business pursuit or this creative pursuit or this goal that you have in your life. Say, for example, like buying your dream home and being able to settle down and get to know the community and settle into the network of your neighborhood. That's a creative vision too. So don't let the idea of creativity warp your thinking and it's only writing something or painting something or sewing something. No, it can be the creative vision that you have for your life, because you're literally creating your life through what you see yourself doing, what you believe is possible, and what you visualize. So it's like this journey of life is assisting. I'm hearing assisting. Maybe there's something about an assistant, somebody assisting you. And there could be an underlying fear of manipulation. It's like the spider saying to the fly, I'm going to assist you in getting into this network, but then now you're trapped. And I don't know if that's literally happening because, again, it feels very foggy and unclear in this group. but there's something underlying. Maybe it's just a fear. Maybe that has happened in the past. Maybe that's how you grew up or something like that. Maybe there's this shell of protection around you that's trying to say, I put up this barrier because I don't want people interfering in what I'm doing, because when they do, then it all falls apart, or I end up on the bottom, or I end up with too much weight on me that I cannot handle. So it feels like, okay, now I'm being shown somebody drowning. Somebody was swimming in the ocean, but then now they're drowning, and they're showing me an SOS, or what do you call that? Like a lifesaver, the floaty, like the little ring thing that they throw out. Let me get some clarifiers, because I actually have that card in this deck, and I don't know if it'll come out, but it's they're showing me that. So it's like maybe there's fear of asking for support, even like divine support, divine intervention, that kind of thing. And I would say, where do you need to cut ties? Because the sword can talk about cutting ties, cutting attachments. Where do you need to cut ties with something that has been weighing you down? Whether it's a debt, a literal debt, a vision that no longer holds true for you anymore, or more importantly, something that has been weighing at you or gnawing at you from in the background. Maybe it's just a belief system. Maybe nobody is holding anything over your head like this. Maybe you're not literally in debt to anyone, but it feels energetically like there's a fear of that. And I'm hearing the word complacency. And they're saying settling in again. Okay, what? Getting complacent or settling in somewhere that just doesn't feel good for you. Let me see. Shoelaces. Oh, as soon as I pulled this card over, I saw the image of Julia Roberts in her wedding gown, lacing up her shoes in the old movie, The Runaway Bride, or what was that what it's called? Runaway Bride? It's like running away from the altar. And you've got the teeth with the braces, which to me can talk about alignment. Oh, Spirit said, say what you need to say again. So alignment of your speech, your truth, perhaps even boundaries. Something about needing to get past something. It's like these words need to get past your lips. Oh, right. The kiss, the mouth. Communication of your needs in relationships and setting boundaries is definitely part of this reading. I can feel that there. And it's connected to your personal happiness. So being able to relate, I'm hearing relating to people. Okay. There's the red thread and a snake. Yeah, where do you feel like people are plugging into you and draining you or trapping you for the purpose of their own, like it's like I'm seeing a mouse being eaten by the snake and people plugging into you, and it's like maybe you're a giver or you have a lot of creative ideas or something like that, and people are trying, those feel blocked because people are celebrating your ideas. Maybe they're taking them or consuming them, or yeah, I feel like I'm kind of groping in the dark in this reading, you guys. I really do. I feel like I cannot see anything clearly in this group, and it's hard to tell. But this red thread is like this has to do with fate. Something about waiting it out, I'm hearing. And they're showing me the person drowning in the ocean again. Waiting for help, or are you going to swim to shore? Oh, the tornado. Something is chaotic here. It feels like it's the mind. Yeah. Oh, I just heard mind your own business. Okay, maybe there's like some hyper independence here, like you don't want help from other people, and maybe it's because there's this underlying belief or the experience that this has happened in the past where people become very manipulative or have a lot of expectations or obligations that are placed on you if you do accept the help. The mala beads, the vision, this higher vision. I'm hearing soul searching. So there's definitely a pilgrimage here because this is about like a deep commitment to spiritual vision, to spiritual embodiment, to living that truth. And monks can sometimes seek a solitary lifestyle to connect to the divine, but that doesn't mean that they're alone, because not only are they connected to all of the other monkhood, all the priesthood or whatever it is, but they're also connected to spirit. They're connected inwardly. I just heard the word mana or mana. Oh, there's the bridge again. Look at that. You've got the bridge twice. And every time I'm hearing something about Smokey Robinson or Smoky something, seeing the puffs of clouds here. I'm being shown alcohol and cigarettes. It's like there's cigarettes in the like being held between the teeth. I'm being shown. But I heard bridge over troubled waters when I saw this bridge again. There's the open hand. That's just like down here. Tractor beam. Who's got you in their tractor beam? I use that reference to magnetism. Maybe there's some feeling of like, I need to perform for this social approval. There's the tying of the knot, and I need to, or I'm afraid to tie the knot because it's going to loop me into some kind of contract or some system. I'm not really sure how to place this energy. The golden chalice, DNA. I do feel, group number 3, that you guys have a lot of, let's say, spiritual power, and you have a lot of higher juice flowing, let's say, okay? And if that becomes a source for others to, I'm hearing literally suckle at the teat, it can drain you if you don't have boundaries. So let's say, for example, you're a giver and you give and you give and you give. If you give without expectation of return and only from what you literally are capable of giving and nothing more, and you're giving to yourself, then when people turn around and try to tell you to give them more, you'll be very clear about, no, I already gave to you. Like there's a strong sense of, I don't know, stability in the self of like, no. But if you're basing your giving on approval of others or to belong or to feel like you fit in or to achieve some kind of outward success or accolades or something like that, then at a subconscious level, you're going to give past your limits and you're going to deny giving to yourself because that feels like we're tapping into a little bit of an unworthiness wound here. And that could also block up your creative juices too. So not only does it deplete your juices because you're giving them out, but it's also, yeah, they're showing me like squeezing out a lemon or squeezing out an orange, a citrus fruit, like there's nothing left anymore. It's just a rind. It's like a husk. And it's like it, not only does it, you're squeezing it out and then it's all gone, but you're also not replenishing it. You're not having more come in. And then maybe even feeling unworthy because more isn't coming in. But it's not that you're unworthy. It's that, I'm hearing battered and bruised, and I'm hearing PTSD. Okay, for some of you, that could literally be the case. They're sewing, something about sewing and maybe being sued or suing someone for reparations or something like that feels like, okay, hold on. Now there's a lot coming through all at once. I'm hearing rejection. They were showing me somebody with a sword and a shield, like a knight in shining armor. Or maybe you have held up your weapons for too long, trying to protect yourself. I'm not sure what the situation is here. At this point, I'm just going to bring it through. I'm being shown the crown of thorns. Oh yeah, didn't that come up in your... Yeah, it did. It did. So the crown of thorns that they put on Jesus's head were... vining flower that has come to symbolize faith. It is named by 16th century Jesuit missionaries pilgrimage, faith. I'm hearing George Michael, you got to have faith. Right, I forgot that we were talking about that before. To overcome a creative block, have faith. But yeah, the crown of thorns was placed on his head to humiliate him. It was not only painful, but it was like adding insult to injury, because they were basically saying, oh, you think you're a king? Here's your crown of thorns. And it feels like this blocks up your vision. So where do you, what is your cross to bear here? That's 10 of Wands energy. What cross do you feel like is yours to bear? Like, why are you carrying this cross? Why are you wearing this crown? Who put that there? Is it yours to truly wear? Do you want that? If not, what can you do to release yourself from it, to get out of that contract? Because contracts aren't just verbal agreements or papers that we sign. Contracts at soul level are things that we do, that we choose through our free will to do. And that also includes choosing through our free will in situations where we feel like we don't have an alternate choice. Because the divine always provides additional options, but sometimes we will get in our own way by saying, well, I do not have another choice here because I need the money, or because I need this relationship is what it is, or like there's always reasons that we can rationalize, and that is an exercise in our free will. So that doesn't exempt us from the power of that choice, and that creates a contract. That's what, and they're showing me this spiral, looping thoughts. Ooh, yeah, I see. I didn't even mean to flick that. It's like, it's very chaotic, all-consuming. It consumes everything. But it also feels like it transports you, because this all of a sudden just reminded me of the tornado from The Wizard of Oz, and it picks up the house and moves it, puts it down. And then I saw that with the alien too. It was like this tractor beam picks you up, something about pills. Oh, what? Pills, alcohol, cigarettes. Okay, we could be talking about addiction here. These don't have to be literal addictions. It can be symbolic. It can be like an emotional addiction. It can be just a pattern of thought or behavior that becomes addictive, like, because it spirals in this way. They're showing me teeth chattering and teeth shattering. Oh, that's reminding me of the dreams. I'm sure we've all had them. I hate those dreams where your teeth shatter in your mouth or they fall out. Yuck, I hate those. But usually those are about a lack of security, feeling that we can't support ourselves, or that we're not going to be accepted by others, or that we're not going to be able to literally nourish ourselves, because teeth are what help us to eat and to consume food. So where's the connection not being bridged here? Where are you not getting what you need? Is this between you and yourself? Is this between you and other people? Is this between you and the divine, or all of the above? In which direction is that flow blocked? These are questions to ask. And now there's back to the message of transportation, because there's movement here. There's definitely like movement across the bridge, movement through the gateway, movement in this pilgrimage of the soul. And there seems like there's a commitment to that, whether it's a financial commitment to like buy a ticket to somewhere and go on a literal spiritual pilgrimage, or it's a ticket that you're buying energetically through your willing investment of time and energy and output, and maybe even physical supplies that you need to do some kind of a creative work. I feel like this is actually going to help you. This feels like it's an offer from the divine to get unstuck or unblocked. I did just hear opening up to receive, and they're showing me the hands are open here too. And something about warmth. Because when I picked up this card, my hand kind of went over the candle, and it's nice and warm up here. So there's something about human warmth and connection and receiving without obligation. Receiving so that you can bear this load without it becoming too heavy for you, causing you to drown, or without triggering resentment even, or bitterness. Coldness, yeah. That sense of coldness. Being shown, I said, okay, they said ET and then TP. Extraterrestrial. Oh, they're showing me like the movie ET, and doesn't he reach his hand out at some point? You guys are empaths. Okay, yeah, because ET and Elliot had that empathic connection where if one got sick, the other got sick. Right. And empaths who lack boundaries, and I can speak from experience here, so there's absolutely no shame and no judgment. It's kind of hardwired into our system to just give and give and give and give and give until we've got absolutely nothing left, because we feel everyone else's emotions. And so not only do we not want to be guilted, but we also don't want other people to feel uncomfortable. We don't, because we feel that. So it's like, if you're uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to kind of bend over backwards. They're showing me a knight bending the knee, but it's like they're being, I almost wanted to say crucified, but no, they're being tapped on the shoulder with the sword. What is that? Knighted. Recognition. Okay, I got it. It's like, where are you crucifying yourself for recognition? And there is something here about being spiritually indebted, because this is self-sacrifice. This is like martyrdom, or it bridges into that, let's say. It can bridge into that territory, speaking of the bridge, right? I also just realized that the bridge is a musical device, right? It's the bridge in a song. It connects like the first verse and the chorus to the second half of the song. Is that how that works? I'm not sure. Connection, receptivity. But it's like not doing it for approval, because that is exhausting and that will never prove fruitful. Now, that being said, I do feel like there's something that you guys have that you're being called to celebrate here, and it could be boundaries, like having become aware of this and gone on a pilgrimage to be able to heal this, and being able to kind of birth yourself, reawaken to what you need. And I'm hearing suggestions, something about topics of suggestions. I don't know what that's referring to, but anyway, it feels like you're able to lay down the law, so to speak, not in a harsh way, just in an openly and compassionate way. You can speak your truth. You can set limits. You can have healthy boundaries with other people. You don't have to take on their emotions. You don't have to let guilt be a manipulator, either from the outside or on the inside. Your own guilt can sometimes cause you, like I know for me, in my experience, if I feel guilty for setting a boundary, even if the other person is not actively guilting me, I will sometimes bypass my own needs because I don't want to feel that guilt. And then there's a whole shame spiral that can result, and it's like a whole kerfuffle, right? So I've had to retrain myself to not feel guilty for setting boundaries, and to become aware that I have needs as well. And if I don't meet those needs, resentment shows up, or bitterness. I'm hearing the word cringe. It's cringy. Yeah, it is. And I've kind of taken to noticing bitterness and resentment as symptoms that I have bypassed my own needs, that I have not set healthy boundaries, that I have an expectation that is coming from this experience of lack or scarcity, which is usually, in my case, as an empath, about overgiving. And yes, I have done this many times. And so I'm still working on it. I'm not by any means perfect at all, like far from it. But instead of setting up ridiculous walls and barriers, I'm able to better tap into now, again, not perfectly, but I'm able to kind of feel, where am I becoming bitter and resentful, or feeling this heaviness, this obligation, this stress, this worry, this energetic debt that I feel like either people owe me because I've given too much, or that I feel like I owe others because I'm not good enough. It's that kind of thing. So the spider is alerting you to this trap. The spider is not actually your enemy. I'm hearing the word weapon. It's like it's actually your clarity, your source of clarity in the mind, this clear vision. Because the spider shows you where there is entrapment, either through our own free will choices and the dynamics that we play out with other people, or where people are actively trying to capture us or entrap us. Because sometimes there are negative people out there who will take advantage of very empathic, open people. And that's another time when the spider can come in and kind of like warn you and let you know to evade that kind of entrapment. Let me see if there's anything else here for you, group number 3. Oh yeah, I filmed group 1 and group 2's readings yesterday. And I just now realized as soon as that slipped out that in group number 1, I don't even remember what came up in that reading now because that was yesterday, but I remember referencing them as group 3. And I was like, oh, okay, there might be some connection between group 1 and group 3. And then I literally just called you guys group 1. That was so unintentional. All right. So yeah, there is definitely a connection between those two. Look at that. Boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. A boat on the ocean. Something about villagers, and I'm hearing rock the boat, rock the boat. Swinging, a pendulum swinging from side to side. The bridge, the full spectrum, seeing both sides. No one denies, I'm hearing. I don't know what they're talking about, but no one denies. Maybe you are literally owed something that is yours by right, but I would definitely take a look at that a bit more deeply with what we've been talking about. Hold on, I saw that one. Whoa, broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. That's the literal reference that I used, like a divorce. Okay. No, not those. This one. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Okay, so you've got the tankard. I noticed the martini glass. I noticed the champagne glass and the chalice. So you've got all of these vessels, right? These are all vessels that hold liquid. And the boat is the opposite. It sits on top of liquid. The boat's purpose is to not have liquid come inside of it, otherwise it sinks. The tankard's business, didn't mean to say business, purpose. Okay, business and purpose could be connected here. They're bridged. The tankard's purpose is to be a vessel for water to flow in. So which are you? Are you the boat or the tankard? Are you the cup? Or are you the boat? Do you need to float? Or are you meant to be filled with liquid so that you can pour it out? Both of them need to be empty too, by the way, like to be purposeful. The cup gets filled and that fulfills its purpose. And the boat is filled with people, but they both need to be vessels that are empty to be able to receive. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, they led us here through such a winding, meandering path, but I'm glad we made it. You have to be empty to receive. Yes, right. Got it. Thank you. They pointed me to the 10 of Wands and they're like, look, his hands are full. He cannot receive. He's full of anxiety, worry, guilt, fear, obligation, self-repression. He cannot receive. Okay, I got you. Thank you. I just felt a big release happen there. I'm hearing take time to play. They're showing me going outside and grounding. They're showing me little kids running around on a lawn. Oh, lace up your shoes, go out and play. Group number 3. You need it. Yes, you do. It's all work and no play sometimes, and that can also build up to resentment. That's very 10 of Wands energy too. And the rose, romance is in the air. A healed heart. Okay, I forgot this was under here. Romance is on the way, knight in shining armor, but not looking for that. They're saying come out and play. Come out and play. And they're showing me a little boy and a little girl making friends. Okay. Your inner child could be part of this. Your inner child feels overworked and underfed. Meeting the needs, I'm hearing, meeting the needs, healing the heart, healing relationship dynamics, right? Because love is all about giving and receiving, and versus taking, because I did just hear the word taking. It is not about taking. I feel that one and that one. Grapes, time to go out and have fun. Thank you, Spirit. God, I love them. Time to go out and have fun. The fruits of your labors. And then I'm hearing when the work is done. When is the work done? Do you set the boundary with yourself, group number 3? Who's enforcing that boundary when the work is done? Do you feel like you are, okay, maybe they're saying aholic, and then I just realized what else is an aholic? Workaholic. Addiction is not always substances. And addiction in any form comes from a broken spirit, a split self. Harmony within, bridging the gap, closing the gap, coming back together again with yourself. Healing. On the other hand, I also, two hands, yeah, there's this pendulum swings both ways, group number 3. But on the other hand, the 9 of Cups can talk about having fun and drinking. Like sometimes in the 9 of Cups, not in the traditional tarot, but in some other decks that I have, there's one that's standing out. I don't remember which one it is, but there's an actual one there that he's like a barkeep in an old sort of inn, and he's red and jolly in the face because he's had so many beers, and he's all about hospitality, and that's very 9 of Cups as well. It's like, I've drunk my fill, come and have fun with me, come and drink my wine, come and drink my ale that I have made for you. I'm going to be the host. So, it's like, only invite people into your space if you want to host them because you have the energy and you have the resources to be able to do so. Otherwise, just take care of yourself and put down, I'm literally hearing put down the bottle. So for somebody, there's like something about alcohol here, or there could be, but no shame. Okay. Again, it's not, I just want to hold your hand. I'm being shown, okay, Spirit's like, I just want to hold your hand. You're welcome here and your heart is clear. And they're showing me 0 alcohol beer, like clear beer, like Sleeman Clear. That's so funny. And I'm hearing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Vision. Oh yeah. I can see all obstacles in my way across the bridge. All of the dark clouds have disappeared. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, it will. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Again, okay, maybe there's something about not gossiping as well, because it's like maybe there's something that needs to be spoken. Maybe certain things do not need to be spoken about. Because we had the mouth down there. And kite, vacation. All right. I'm literally hearing take a trip, and you've got the pilgrimage. So taking some, I didn't notice this down here. Hold on, let me see it. This over here. Oh no, it almost spilled out. Oh, look at that. Okay, good thing it almost spilled out, because look at that, younger woman, younger man. They were showing me 2 kids meeting each other. That's so funny. Dealings a relationship with a younger man, dealings a relationship with a younger woman. So there's definitely something about a trip here. There's something about play, embracing your inner child. Maybe it's you and a partner shoring up the marriage or something, or a relationship, or being able to have healthy communication, not crossing each other's boundaries, not talking behind each other's backs, not having that resentment build up where there's too much on one side and not enough on the other. Ooh, and dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. They're pointing me to the pilgrim. Somehow that dark man is connected to the pilgrim. I don't know. I'm hearing all aboard for flight 93 or something like that. 1993 or something about boarding the plane. This guy looks like a pilot in my mind now. Transatlantic, flying across the ocean. Okay. Maybe somewhere tropical, because the parrot is here. Having fun on vacation. And I'm hearing taking a deep dive. And it's like, it's not just about fun though. Like, it is about fun, but it's also highly spiritual, and it's somehow connected to healing the heart. And I'm hearing, I can play now. And I'm hearing a wish come true. Okay, thank you. And they showed me his feet for some reason, standing on the bench. Why? His feet standing on the bench. Maybe he gets elevated, or he gets a leg up, or he can reach something he felt like he couldn't reach before. Like the grapes. It's reminding me of that story of the fox and the grapes. He wants to pluck the grapes down, but he can't reach them because they're too high up. And all the ones that are on the bottom are unripe. And he tries and keeps failing. And then finally he becomes resentful. And so he's like, well, they must be sour anyway. And so he just spreads gossip about how these, not that he does, but like I'm just connecting the dots here with this parrot. He's like, oh, those grapes are sour anyway, just because he can't get them. But really he's resentful that he can't reach them, because it's like, it's not fair, because he wants them. He desires them. Maybe on some level he needs them. Maybe he's starving. We don't know. So there's something about the fruits of your labors and having a helping hand that does not come with strings attached, right? The cords of attachment, strings of attachment. And if there are strings of attachment, being able to cut those in a healthy and compassionate way for the purpose of self-care and to build relationships that are mutually reciprocal. And I just heard the phrase or the word non-denominational. Non-denominational. Okay. Working together, working as a unit. I think that's it. I'm going to leave it here. These were all very long readings, but I hope that if you're still here and these resonated with you, that you take them with you on your journey and that they serve you well as a support. That's always the reason I do these. And I'm trying to step back as well because I don't want to overgive and then come from resentment. That has definitely happened and still happens. So I'm watching myself on that. Thank you guys for your respect. That's actually why I turned comments off for the past couple weeks, because it's not because I don't like seeing or hearing from you guys at all. I love it. Actually, it's what keeps me going sometimes, but it's like, I don't want to do it for the likes. I don't want to do it for the approval. I don't want to seek the validation that way. I also don't want to be afraid of the negative comments or the gossip. I just want to be able to show up here purely authentic and pour from a full cup. And that's what I'm trying to literally practice what I'm preaching here in this group. So I hope that I can be teacher and student as one, and so can you. I love you guys. I hope this serves you well, and we'll see you next time.